I needed someone to really push hard for me to try golf, my brother. He asked me 100 times, and then finally I said, okay, I'll try it, and I fell in love the first day. And I think golf club, I later learned, was really just a group of people that took care of the golf course in the neighborhood that was kind of just filled with residents of the town. I think that was something that I wanted, and so that's what I'm trying to build.
You know, what's funny is like I fell in love with hitting a golf ball, but I didn't know that I could fall in love with golf.
You know, the inspiration behind the story of founding Random Golf Club is really just my own story of getting into golf. When I got into golf, I was 29, and I couldn't really find a group of people that felt the same way about golf as I did. And there were clubs, but for most part, those were places where I didn't feel super welcome. So for me, I was really looking for a way to get into golf that was really celebrating community. Sometimes people ask me what's the secret to building something, and I feel like I've learned now that it's just being open-minded. I was a photographer, and then I became a filmmaker and loved videos and making documentaries, and then I tried golf. And as soon as I tried it, I fell in love with it. And so then when I fell in love with golf, I started making golf videos. And then after I started making golf videos, someone said, hey, you should be a host of a series for us. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll try anything, you know? And so open-mindedness really is what got me here. You know, they talk about Alistair McKenzie was a camoufleur for the military, you know? And so he designed these bunkers that when you're coming down the hole from tee to green, you see them all and they look really impressive and scary. But when you look back from green to tee, you don't see any bunkers. So for me, the pathway to now for Random Golf Club is very simple, looking back at all the experiences to now. But yeah, at the time I was just kind of taking the next vine that was in front of me, you know? For me, there's a lot of ways to get better at golf. This is a fun one. I think most golfers hear about technology when it comes to clubs or balls. So what's really interesting is the way technology is turning into helping people learn about their own game in a personalized way. In the Arcos example, right, you're learning about your actual game. Sometimes that can be humbling, you know, for me at least. Sometimes I look at it and I'm like, really? It's actually a 7-iron? I thought it was an 8-iron. You can see the real statistics of what you did. But my favorite feature of Arcos is actually on my watch, right? The Apple Watch, where I see exactly front, middle, back. And I see a club suggestion based on the data of, you know, how far I hit the ball. You know, we have an ancient game that is hopefully getting better with the way people are using technology around the way they connect to it. I love having some help, you know, because a lot of times you go out to the course and you're alone. So the Arcos Caddy is actually a caddy, and I use it.
We're finding it, Just gotta be patient, you know?
Yeah, let it come to you.
The game comes to you eventually.
At some point, it's like, what could I offer to the golf game that might be remembered after I die? I don't know what that is. Hopefully it's something that made people happy and feel included and connected. You know, in a world where we're more on our phones, nothing's gonna replace being out there. And nothing's gonna replace finding someone that you wanna be out there with. You know, having a friend that plays golf is what allows you to go on golf trips and to, you know, wanna play more. I think of it like using your tee time wisely. I think if we can create a group of people that feel the same way about the game, that don't really believe in the stereotype of the game, but yet feel like it's in our hands to change the game for the next generation. Because we were all born into a game that someone else built, you know, and now it's our chance to make it our game for a little bit. If Random Golf Club can be involved in that in a big way and create, you know, the biggest, most inclusive golf club in the world, then, you know, I suppose I'd be okay with letting that live on as long as it can.